Hey everybody, the Long Shot Signatures here. This is episode 2 of my 2025 TTM returns. And I have 15 successes to share with you guys. It's been a rather slow start to the year until yesterday. Of course, holiday for New Year's, and then we had a lot of snow hit in the Midwest here in Indiana. We got about 11 inches, I think is what they said. So they canceled deliveries on Monday, the Sunday after it had all started, because it was still snowing into the night. They hadn't gotten the roads cleared. And then we got a little bit more snow on Friday, I think. So they canceled deliveries on that day as well. Then on Thursday of this week was the National Day of Mourning for Jimmy Carter. And so there was no mail then. So I've had a lot of empty mail days. But thankfully, a whole bunch of stuff came back yesterday. But we'll start off with the stuff that came before that. First one is a 4 of 4 return from NHL defenseman Zach Werenski. He has been a really good TTMer over the years, TTM signer. But it seems like he's kind of slowed down if you've sent to the arena. But there's a home address that's out there. Sent that out, and I think this took about 2 or 3 weeks to get back, and he signed all 4 of those. Then we have a former WNBA player. This is a 1 of 1 success coming back from Alex Bentley. She is actually the biological daughter of former NFL running back Albert Bentley, but I don't sorry, my cat is freaking out. But it sounds like they don't really have too much contact with one another. She recognizes someone else as her dad. But she ended up making the WNBA, played for several seasons. So that was a cool return. Then we have current Maine men's hockey coach, Ben Barr, who signed 2 of 2. Yeah, my cat's just woken up, so she's just going to be meowing a lot. I apologize. Then we got 12 successes that came in on Saturday. A whole bunch of NASCAR returns, trying to get a few of these cards knocked out for my 94 max set. So I just sent out a whole bunch. First one is a 2 of 2 success, coming back from 2 different drivers, Elton Sawyer and Patty Moyes. They are married. We got a 1 of 1 from Phil Parsons. Another 1 of 1 from Mike McLaughlin. And a 1 of 1 from Andy Hillenberg. So all of those came back in just 9 days. I think this one did as well. And it is a 4 of 4 return from Joe Nemechek. So finally got that optic sign. I've had that one forever. And then I just completely forgot that he was in the 94 max set. But found those cards, got them all together, and he sent those back fairly quickly. Then we have a former NFL player. This is a 2 of 2 success from Todd Rucci, who played for the New England Patriots as an offensive lineman. Spent several seasons with them. I think he started about 75 games in his career. Then we have a Hockey Hall of Fame inductee. This is a 3 of 2 success from former NHL official Andy Van Helmond. He officiated over 1,000 games. Oh, it's right here. 1,475 regular season games, 227 playoff games, which those records have since been broken. But he also, I believe, did 19 Stanley Cup finals. So not only did he sign those 2 cards for the pro set for me, he also included this little Hockey Hall of Fame fact sheet, and that is where I sent the request, was to the Hockey Hall of Fame. So that is the first Canadian return that I have had in quite some time after the whole Canada Post situation. Haven't had any others come back, but hopefully those are on their way. Then we got a men's basketball coaching return. This is a 2 of 2 success signed on the back from Duquesne coach Drew Joyce III. He is in his first season as a head coach. Then we got a hockey men's coach who also signed on the back and included an extra. This is a 3 of 2 success from Northern Michigan men's coach Dave Shayak. He also used to coach at Alaska Anchorage, their men's hockey team. Really don't like it when they sign on the back. For some reason, it just doesn't stick too well. But he did include a little business card, and that came out pretty nice, so that's really good. Then we got a 1-of-1 return from former PBA bowler Warren Nelson. I've considered buying just a set of these cards. I don't know how much the full set goes for. Just haven't done it yet, but I'll have to look into it. It seems like a lot of those guys are more than willing to sign. In this one, I have no idea how long it took, but I sent it sometime out around 2021, probably mid to late 2021. But super glad to get this back. It is a 2 of 2 success from former NFL wide receiver Griff Whalen. He was an undrafted free agent out of Stanford and signed with the Colts in 2012, keeping teammates Andrew Luck, Kobe Fleener, and himself continuing to play football together. Griff had just, I think, 50 catches in his career and is probably, unfortunately, best known for the absolute wacky special teams play that Chuck Pagano was trying to run. But unfortunately, with injuries and some confusion, Griff ended up being the center on that play, and he didn't know that they weren't actually supposed to snap the ball to whoever was behind him. And so because of that miscommunication, he did, and it made the Colts look really, really foolish that day. But otherwise, pretty decent receiver. Played for a few different teams, mostly with the Colts. And he wrote on my letter of request that he found my request in a box and he had moved recently, so he wasn't sure how long it had been out. So I included that address on Star Tiger. If you guys are looking for it, do not use, well, it's not even in my spreadsheet. It was that long ago. But very, very cool to see that one come back. Then we have a 2 of 2 success from assistant wide receivers coach for the Cleveland Browns, Callie Brownson. She might be the first, and if not, she is one of the first female paid coaches ever in the NFL. They've been getting more and more inclusive with their hirings and who all they're bringing in for various roles, which is cool to see. She is a former professional or like semi-pro football player herself, and she's been I think she was originally an intern for the Bills and then has been on the Browns coaching staff for several seasons. So just thought it would be a shot in the dark to try sending to her, and it came back, so cool to see that one. Last one we have here is a college baseball return, and I'm really surprised I never wrote to this guy sooner. He's in the College Baseball Hall of Fame, has been for a while now, and has been a really good signer. But this is a 2 of 2 success from former Oklahoma State baseball coach Gary Ward. So he won over 1,000 games in his career and made 10 College World Series appearances. And then these were the only 2 good photos that I could find. Everything else was like way too small or wasn't even of him. But this one was just kind of a double photo showing like a, early in his career and later in his career. And so he signed it twice. I'm just going to count it as one signed item, but regardless, still very, very cool to add that. There's not a ton of people in the College Baseball Hall of Fame right now. It's a rather new Hall of Fame that's been created. I'm trying to get as many members as I can that are living. I have gotten a few that have since passed away or were already passed away, but were so legendary that other people had gotten them to sign stuff. But obviously you won't be able to get all of the coaches or players that are in there, but I'm going to try and get as many as I can. But that is it for this one. Hopefully the mail just starts running again soon. I don't think we should be getting any more big flurries of snow anytime soon. It's just going to be cold here in Indiana. But thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. Best luck with your guys' collecting. Take care.